up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kamonohashi Deranged Detective chapters 158 through 165. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel, and in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and we ain't sponsored by Swisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus. So considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here probably solving a mystery, and this operation, well, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botch localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we cover in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you upgrade to the $10 tier subscription, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked spring anime season in full swing, in which we are covering Witch Watch and Vigilante, Boku no Hero Academia Legals, and Fire Force Season 3. And there's even more on the way, so please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, well, we are starting with the game, Alice's game, and we just got to the first death. So let's get into Alice's death game, aka Tamagotchi game, let's be real, and see what's in store for us today. And 158 is titled The Case of the Koku Island Serial Murders Part 7. Why is he watching over her? I can't believe someone really died. Why are you surprised by this, Toto? We can't just let this go on. What could have happened to H-san when he was murdered? H-kun's body was wet, but there was no water in the water clock ruins. Was he killed somewhere else? Let's try retracing his steps up until he died. When coming from the cottages, the first place you passed through was the clock chairs area. Yeah. Oh, you again. You're watching me, aren't you? What do you want? If you got something to say, then say it. I'm worried about you. Huh? There are no safe places on this island. Don't get careless. Who are you to talk down to me? Dude, I do not blame her for saying this. If I were Ababi, I'd be like, are you patronizing me? Like, fuck off, bro. You got a lot of nerve, you creep. Ooh, she really sent a packing dude, like, was like, oh, fuck. Likoki, that's the student who wrote fake articles about the M family online, right? Now we're at the clock chairs here. Huh? I don't believe it. H-san's doll is on his chair and it's soaked. Is this, an imitation of his drowning? Who would do this? The culprit? It's possible someone witnessed the murder and came back to leave it. Look at this. It's H-kun's glasses. So then he was killed here and moved to the water clock? But there's no sign of the body being moved. So why are his glasses here with a blood stain? It certainly is unnatural. Let's check out the other spots. But there's so many branching paths here, it would be easy to get lost. We should memorize the animal marks on the wall by each path. The snake path leads to the cottages. The fish leads to the water clock. We haven't been down the bird path yet, or the stag beetle path. The snake leads to the cottages. There are other markers too. The the chair in the direction of the cottages is black. There's also a rectangular stain on the ground. You're right. We can memorize this to orient ourselves too, which I think is important, because what if Alice moves the clock around and the patterns change? It could confuse him. First, let's check out the bird path, which is on the side opposite the cottages. It's the founder, it's the founder, Gorgeous-san, and their disciple, Maruo-san. Hiya. Oh, hello. This is a watchtower? Dude, I swear to God. This art just ceases to amazes me. It's so beautiful. The island has everything the gorgeous church requires. It is a most suitable site for our new Holy Land. Everything it requires, like this watchtower? This is not a watchtower. It is for offering sacrifices to God. Ooh, it is a gallows! What? An execution site? Not as punishment, but as an offering. The time witches offered up holy lives here as offerings to control time. You seem to be well versed in matters beyond the gorgeous church, Gorgeous Kun. Yes, until our founder first felt the wind of prophecy, she was a researcher of religion. Ooh, what? The wind of prophecy? Yes, Gorgeous Sama says that she feels wind whenever she receives vision of the future from God, and all of the prophecies she hears from the wind come true. Gorgeous Sama is truly God's daughter. She is a woman worthy of lifelong adoration. The wind. The three of you cannot leave this island. Don't say such bleak stuff. Whether you believe me or not is up to you, though if you do not believe, you cannot receive the divine protection of Gorgeous. Alright, you said this the gallows is required. Wait, this gallows is required for the Gorgeous Church. What kind of divine protection do you expect after using something so horrible? True religion is beyond necessities. The truth appears in exchange for an offered life. You say some interesting things. Like, what the hell? What? Dude, I swear, this is some cult shit. I swear. Let's see. Did you see H-Kun's wet doll at the clock chairs? It only confirmed that he was cursed. Now, excuse us. Woo. So that means he was cursed. Like, what I thought when I saw the doll was that that was like some voodoo shit. So like her saying that it was cursed, like to me it's like, okay, I see where she's going with that. Later that night in the barbecue area, we made some progress in our investigation, but there are still a ton of unknowns. Yeah. Let's make some curry together. It'll be less trouble that way. Okay. Huh? There's so little charcoal left. You're right. Did somebody do a lot of cooking? Even so, we shouldn't be this low. Could it be? I hate this. It's one unlucky thing after another. Are you worried about Gorgeous Kun's prediction? Huh? Of course, I don't believe it, but I guess it just popped into my mind how the three of us can't leave this island together. Oh my god, is one of them, if any of them die, it's gonna be Amamiya. There's no way that Toto and Ron, they aren't dying. No. It's okay, Senpai. We'll definitely leave together. There you go, making baseless claims again. But I guess your happy-go-lucky attitude is useful here. Okay, I'll just focus on solving this case of protecting Kamo-sama with all my might. This is just an extension of my normal work. I can do it. Well, that's a reliable future superintendent general. You remember that? I'm so embarrassed I could die! She loves that, though. Let's be real. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'll get the pot ready. This is... Ah, no! Nick! No! No! Get back! Whoa. Mikoki! That's a venomous cobra. Its bite is deadly. Dude, that was hot. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you. What are you, my bodyguard? Nope. Then why did you save me? I just happened to be passing by. That's hard to believe coming from a player in this game, dude. He just wants some. There was no need for you to stick your neck out to protect Amamiya-kun, or maybe that is his role, is to be your bodyguard. Don't get so excited. Sorry, I lost my cool there. Why don't we take a little walk to calm down? Sure. We don't need to worry about bugging out here. When did you realize your natural voice slipped out when you saved Amamiya-kun? I didn't think you'd be participating in this game. Who is it? Winter! No way! It's Winter? Winter! I don't know you. Wait, I don't know you. Of course not. I was wearing a disguise back when I tried to blow you up during the Shibuya murders. What? That was you? For you to protect Amamiya-senpai now, what caused the change of heart? I really regretted it after I strapped the bomb to you and left you for dead, Amamiya. I decided I would try to atone for it if I saw you again. What the heck? I'm grateful you saved me just now, but don't think I've forgiven you for back then. Oh, you're a tough one. I like that. Huh? Does Alice know that you're here in disguise? No, she doesn't. The real Likoki is in hiding. By the way, my role in this game is murderer, and my victory condition is to kill Ron Kamonohashi. Woo, the second killer aiming for Ron. What is Winter's true goal? You would think Winter's true goal is to stop Alice, but dude, I love that Winter's here. Like, it totally makes sense that of all people, Winter is here because remember, Alice deceived her. So I'm very happy with this. The mask hides her true intentions. Amano-sensei, the yin-yang motif, I live. I live. My only problem is, for it to be a true yin, what I would have loved to see from this is on the right side, I would have loved the background to be black. That would have been so, I know it would have been like way more literal in terms of yin yang motif. Fuck it, it's basically literal anyway. But like, it just would have, for me, it just would have been so cool. It would have been way cooler and it would have made it pop more. Especially when it says, when you have the writing here saying the mask hides her true intentions. And she's holding, you know, and she's holding the mask too. It's like, why would you not have the black background here? For the right side specifically. The left side is fine. But why would you not have a black background on the right side? That's such a disappointment. Oh, there's an apology and correction. The animal tiles at the four corners of the clock chairs were positioned incorrectly. The stag beetle and fish's positions are switched, and we apologize for the error. But damn! Damn! I'm just gonna be forever salty about that, Amano. I'm so annoyed that that background's not black. But other than that, this is fabulous. All right, here we go. By the way, oh wait, did I read the title of this chapter? I'm sorry, the title of this chapter 159 is The Case of the Time Island Serial Murders Part 8. By the way, my role in this game is murder, and my victory condition is to kill Ron Kamonohashi. What, you're after Kamo-sama too? Winner, are you here to kill Ron? No, my objective isn't to win this game. So, well, obviously, what is your objective? Alice, I want to understand my sister. She's not telling you anything either? It's not that. She answers whatever I ask, just like when we were kids. But it feels like she's hiding something. She's been planning this out for her whole life, and there's something to her motive that not even we, her siblings, know. That doesn't surprise me. Did you come here to search for that something? Yeah, Ron Kamonohashi, have you ever heard the phrase, the Chimera's tears? No. I see. It's a story from my parents' generation. Does it have to do with your and Alice's parents? What is it? It's fine if you don't know. If Alice is heading towards her unknowable objective, then this game must be a stage setting for its fulfillment. I have an even worse feeling about this now. I want to help Alice see her ambition through. If you're needed for that, Ron Kamonohashi, I won't scoff at confronting you. What? But that's not necessary yet, right? So we're allies for now. No, I'm neutral. I love you, Winter. But you're protecting Amamiya kind of with Tome, right? Amamiya kind of is my ally, so you are too. My ally? Please tell me if you feel like killing me, Winter. Ron, I love your logic. Ron totally got you there. It seems I'm being targeted by multiple people. I can't give all my attention to you. That's right, there might be other people after Ron. We need to be on our guard. Maybe somebody was behind that venomous snake earlier. There's no doubt about it. The only ones who need to be killed with the possible crimes are the targets. I'm sure there will be more indiscriminate killings as we go. That's our winner, yeah! Only people so scrupulous about the rules can find the loopholes. If we're lucky, those indiscriminate killings could end up taking out our rivals, the other killers and bodyguards. But it also runs the risk of eliminating one of the targets. The snake thing was sloppy. Mm-hmm. And that was cowardly too. Fuck those snakes. That's a hint to the culprit. Did you figure out who did it? I have an idea. Kamo-sama, you're so amazing. It's hard to believe you're just a confectioner. She's so fucking slow. But I don't have any conclusive proof. I need to focus and think of a plan. Right. I'm going to disguise myself as Likoki again. Please treat me like him. Hey, Winter, are you sure Alice doesn't know any of this? It's fine. I know the locations of cameras and bugs in all the crucial locations. There aren't any cameras or bugs out here. Well, no surprise there. What's your relationship to Kamo-sama? He's an ancestral enemy. I hold no love for him. Yeah. Love? Who said anything about that? Dude! Winter can see through the fuckery. See, Winter is a girl, right? Us women can see through the fuckery. We know. We know that you are hot for Ron, Amamiya, that you want to fuck Ron so bad. So stop. My ancestor was a detective who opposed the Morieties. I'll tell you about it someday. Like, the moment you said that, Ron, like, that should have clicked. And Amamiya's head's like, oh, I think I know who it is. But nah, Amamiya's too dense for that. Good morning, Garcia-san. Yo, it's the 3 peas in a pod. We decided to team up, so I'll introduce you. We're Team Garcia and the Silvers. How rude. Even you, Zion-san? You said you'd rather be alone. Not in the case of aligned interests. Garcia-kun showed us his tag's victory condition, and it seemed like we could all get along just fine. Watch what you say, Caesar. Let's see. So they're harmless to each other. It's also possible they have the same victory conditions. We heard a rumor someone planted a venomous snake at the barbecue area. You need to watch out for indiscriminate killings outside the game. How terrifying. Yeah, good thing nobody who could examine bodies ended up dead. Garcia-kun, are you referring to Amamiya-kun or Officer Ishiki? I said I'd heard a rumor, so it would have been natural for you to imagine someone besides the 2 I'm always with. What? You were behind the snake? I just said based on a hunch. I don't know nothing, and I went to bed early last night. I said, ooh. You just tattled on yourself, you fucking retard. I said nothing about last night. Quit messing with me. This ain't fair. Let's hear your excuse as we walk, Garcia. Unless you have something good, I'm leaving this team. He's way too suspicious. Things have gone as expected. The future I saw carried on the gorgeous wind has come to pass. People will start jumping at shadows and split into 3 groups. Good morning, Gorgeous-kun. Those 3 groups would be the 3 of us, Garcia-kun's team, and us, the Gorgeous Church group. Zapta-san is converted as well, huh? Gorgeous-sama has graciously given value to my life. I'm offering my life to her. Farewell. Is Gorgeous-san's prediction really coming true? That depends on the other 2 players. You mean Koki and Hamid? Speak of the devil. There you are, thank goodness. What's the matter? I saw something weird at the clock chairs. Come on. Something weird? There's blood on all the chairs. What? Let's go. Yeah, I'm going too. Just as Gorgeous-kun said, we've split into 3 groups. You're right. Here at the clock chairs. There's no blood here. That can't be. Take a closer look. Don't move. If you don't do what we say, it'll be your blood that's spilled. Where'd you get a gun? Oh, you just need to know where to look. You see, that's literally my answer for when, like, people ask me, like, Hacker Girl, where'd you find this? It's like, dude, you just need to know where to look, and you'll find just about anything on the internet. I'm serious. And especially, like, in the case of Twitter, you just, like, whether it's Twitter, Reddit, Discord, you just need to know where to look, and you will find it. Especially for certain things. Now shut up and hand over your tags. Our tags? You want to know our victory conditions? We have mouths, you know. Can't we just tell you or show them to you? That won't do. We have information that we can't reveal to you. What? Oh, that means one of us is your target. Who knows? By the way, this was all Zansan's cunning. I've always excelled at kicking people down. Good grief. Sorry to spoil your excitement, but we don't have our tags. What? After the stake incident, we left them behind out of caution. There's no need to carry them. Search them. We really don't have them. Only Hamid has his. Let's see. Oh, I see. If you got what you wanted, then untie us. No, we can't do that. We prefer that you stay here. When you get to be our age, you prioritize peace and tranquility. You're a rambunctious bunch, so we'll have you spend the night here. Surely you're not planning to go after your target while we're here and pull off an impossible crime, are you? Who knows? Oh, God, they're blindfolding them now. What are you doing? Don't hate us. Hate your own foolishness instead. It's your fault for being naive. That sound, I see. That's the pilot's gun, isn't it? Yeah, I swiped it off the dead pilot when we were evacuating. Oh, and there ain't no bullets in it. There ain't no bullets in it. Motherfucker, you should have just kept your mouth shut about the bullets. Regardless if there's bullets in the gun or not, you should have kept your mouth shut. Why would you mention anything about the fucking bullets, you retard? God! Well, ta-ta for now. Maybe we'll meet again if you're lucky. What are they planning to do? Are they setting up an impossible crime like Ron said? Can't be. Well, this won't end well. Gorgeous-sama? The gorgeous wind is blown. Someone else will die tonight. Is the ominous prediction true? Well, let's see. Let's get to 160. As they wait in darkness, death is closing in. And this chapter is titled The Case of the Time Island Serial Murders Part 9. Mia-kun and the others' chairs are too far to talk to them, but I'm glad your chair is close enough that we could talk without shouting, Toto. Yeah. But surely Garcia and the others aren't really planning to kill one of us here, right? Right, they won't just kill us. They'll kill us with an impossible crime. Yeah, that's something they can't do. They can't just, like, straight up shoot them because they will lose. What? Don't joke about that. Sure is boring, though. Want to talk about our futures? Why did it die like this? That's too carefree. Have you already thought of a way to escape? No, I thought it over, but we need one more person, whether they were an ally or an enemy. To put it another way, there's no point thinking about it unless someone else comes. Well, if you say so, then I guess it's true. I'm so useless. Now that I think about it, I always just rely on Ron in tight situations. What kind of partner am I? Now then, I know it's a bit silly to say in this situation, but if I manage to be Alice in this battle... Yes! If I manage to be Alice in this battle, I plan to open my detective agency! Yes! Okay. Oh, that's the first I've heard of that. Sounds good. You'll be able to get your detective license so you can finally open the Ron Kamonohashi Detective Agency. No, it'll be called the Ron Detective Agency! Ah! Huh? Don't let me in without asking. I'm a police officer. Well, you can do it as a side job, right? Just like you do now. It's too official if my name is included. But I'm going to need your help in my agency. Yes! Are you sure? Well, Sherlock needed a Watson. That might have been true back when Ron's activities were restricted and he lost his confidence, but Toto. But yeah, he does still need you. Because kind of like what Watson is for Sherlock, and like Righty the Patriot, for example. Like Toto is Ron's conscience, so to speak. He brings Ron back down to earth. So yes, Toto, you are needed. And also you're his bro. Toto, do you hear that? Is that a groan? Who is it? What the? Is everyone okay? Mia-kun, I'm okay. Likoki, I'm fine. Hamid-kun, it can't be. We don't know what's happening, but we need to calm down. Call out if you sense any more changes. Whoa, what in the world happened? That voice, it's Caesar. What is it, Caesar? Caesar, doesn't something seem strange? This is Hamid, right? He's so cold, he's dead. What? There's a rope mark on the front of his neck. It looks like he was strangled with a rope from behind. What is going on? We didn't plan for this. Damn it, he must have been killed by one of the ones in the chairs. Don't be absurd, we can't do anything like this. We don't know that for sure. We don't even know what's going on, fucking retards. We'll help look for the culprit if you remove our blindfolds. Take him off, Grandpa Caesar, but don't get careless. Take this knife. All right. No way. I'll say it again. None of us could take even a step away from these chairs. One of you must have slipped out of the cottages late last night. No way. All three of us were in the cottages last. No way. All three of us were in the cottages all night. Indeed, I witnessed them too. I saw the three of them speaking at the cottage path last night. Gorgeous-san, they set out for the island around the same time we did this morning. They couldn't have come here during the night. So then who? By the way, why are you tied to those chairs? Because Garcia, Caesar, and Zion tied us up. We just had a little quarrel, right, Caesar? That's right, Miss Zion. You liars, it was a one-sided attack. Untie them, Maru. Yes, Founder-sama. I'd estimate Mr. Hamid's time of death to be between 3 and 4 last night. That lines up when I estimated I heard his cry. Huh? You heard Hamid-san cry out? Yeah, he was killed right over there, but there was no sign of human presence beyond that. I was right near Hamid, and I'm confident I would have noticed someone approach. I didn't even sense anyone except Hamid to say nothing of murder. Let's see. What are these glass shards? Now that you mention it, they weren't there yesterday. Look at this. Hamid's doll is near the chair, and there's ivy around its neck. This is a voodoo shit. They used a doll to curse him to death. The glass fragments must have been a necessary curse tool as well. Again, this is voodoo. How is no one bringing this up? No, wait, a curse? Quit bringing the occult into this. But as things stand, there's no other explanation. We were tied to the chairs, and everyone else was at the cottages. In other words, nobody had an opportunity to kill him. But Hamid Khan was strangled right under our noses. On top of that, we didn't even sense the culprit's presence. How in the world was Hamid Khan murdered? It's truly an inscrutable mystery. So, is there anyone who won the game with Habib's death? It's possible there's a detective for this, so the culprit won't reveal themselves. This may take some time. Even if he wasn't a target, this still wears on the nerves. All of you look suspicious to me. You want to talk? Shut up! What'd you say? Wait, what'd you say? It must be a curse. Our mutual distrust has heightened to an extreme state. Gorgeous-san said wasn't wrong. We should have been exhausted after spending the night tied to those chairs, but we were so nervous that we could hardly sleep. The same was true for Garcia and Gorgeous's teams. They were anxiously focused on keeping each other in check. Another murder with no winner, and both were impossible crimes. Was this a different culprit, or a serial killer who enjoys murder, or neither of those? Even the great Kamonohashi is stumped, huh? Oh, hello, Alice. It's been one irregularity after another. Even I've been surprised by this. Alice, don't you want to know who the question marks on your tag are for? I'll tell you. Wait, what? Will the detective accept the game master's hint? Ooh, now this is getting spicy. All right. Such an innocent smile. Here's the thing with Alice. When I see such an innocent smile here, the first thing I think of, and I can't help but think of it either, is Kyo from Jujutsu no Rokunin. Because same thing. Kyo is adorable and has this innocent smile on his face. When you first see him, you're like, oh my God, he is so cute. I want to protect him. I want to hug him and squeeze him. He's just so adorable and cute. He can't do anything wrong, right? And this is how Kyo got a cult following. Let's be fucking real. And no, Kyo is the biggest piece of shit ever. God, like, I can't, again, I just can't help it. I can't help but think of Kyo when I see this shit with Alice. So 161 is titled The Case of the Time Island Serial Murders Part 10. God, Alice, like, woman, what are you doing? And your PJs in this cave. Like, what are you doing, woman? Why so surprised? Didn't I say we'd talk if you survived? Answer it. Toto, thank goodness you're up. I just couldn't sleep. Hi, Ashika-sensei. What, Alice? What are you doing here? She says she came to tell me what the question marks on my tag mean. Huh? I'm happy you're here too, Ishiki-sensei. Maybe I'll give you another bonus now. Then tell me, why are you playing this game? I told you before. This is something that Kyo would say too! Because it's fun and interesting. I also love whims and irregularities. This is such a Kyo thing! Oh my God, this is literally what Kyo would say! I always feel like I'm being deceived when talking with you, but that's a lie. At first glance, you seem to be a moody person who enjoys life impulsively, and yet your actions reveal various fixations. In other words, this is about conviction. What? That's an interesting thought. Copying the picture book at Blue, disbanding the Moriarty family, you have a powerful attachment to the past. And the action... Oh my God, that is Kyo as well. Oh God. And the actions that appear haphazard are all the results of scrupulous advanced preparation. You know that much and stupid wrong. And yet stupid wrong. Then tell me your conclusion. Why do you think I'm playing this game? I wouldn't ask if I knew. Just try to guess. You're Blue's best graduate. Go on, even if it's just a shot in the dark. What are the Chimera's tears? Ooh, you are good. Only a tiny portion of the Moriarty family knows about that. I told him. Hello, Winter. Winter! I knew that Likoki was really you, Winter. So you did see through it. I'm good at seeing through your disguises, though. I didn't know you told them about the Chimera's tears. I haven't told them what it means. Go ahead, then. If they know what it means, it'll make the game more fun. Chimera was a nickname our mother gave herself. She had a weak constitution, so she was covered in stitches from her countless surgeries and connected to machines by tubes. And she called herself that ironically. Our mother was a beauty who resembled Alice and was filled with affection. Her health went downhill after her father was shot and gravely injured by a detective. Eventually, she got so weak that she knew death was near and mourned that she'd be separated from her husband and children, and she cried without cease. Those tears of love were the Chimera's tears. That's why Alice hates detectives. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's why Alice hates detectives who started it all. You're wrong. What Winter just told you is a moving story that Father and the others made up. The real Chimera's tears are Mother's tears of vengeance. Oh, God. What? Vengeance? Just before she died, she really was crying every day, and she really did love her children. But the real reason she was bedridden was because she forced herself to give birth to me. You defended me for that, right, Winter? Thanks. But Alice, I never heard anything about the Chimera's tears being tears of vengeance. What do you mean? Try not to be shocked about what I'm about to tell you, okay? Oh, shit! Let's see, Try not to be too shocked at what I'm about to tell you, okay? For starters, Mother didn't love Father. What? That's because Mother only ever loved one man. Oh, no! She only loved Elliot Variety? Oh, no! Oh, no! What a twist! That's Ron Kamonohashi's father, and our father's younger brother. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh! At that time, Elliot was considered the most suitable of the Variety siblings to become the family successor. Mother had no idea he was part of a crime organization and fell head over heels for him. So basically, the former head. So we have the the Variety family tree here. So we have there's the Variety family. There's Dario, who's the former head, who married Sophie, and then there's Elliot, and who's ended up being with Romy Holmes, and that gave birth to Ron. And then Dario and Sophie, the former head, and then there's Milo, who's the former head, and Alice is the former head, and there's Ellie, Theo, and Winter, so they have like 5 kids. And here's the thing though that I'm looking at this too, is there's more siblings here. So we got not only Dario, we got Elliot, John, Adam, Charlie, and Dawn. I think we've seen Dawn, obviously Tiger Dawn. But I don't remember if we've seen Charlie, Adam, or John. And I know it's funny because it kind of rhymes, but anyways. But just before she confessed her feelings, our father Dario used some dark methods to deceive her and force her into marriage. And they gave birth to Milo. Father was the one at fault, but Mother's understanding gradually changed as she suffered through her illness. She thought, why didn't Elliot save me? With feelings that painful, I can't help warping a bit. Yeah, postpartum will definitely will probably affect that too. When it came time for me to be born, it was determined that Mother's body wouldn't endure it. But when she felt me kicking inside, she thought, I'll entrust my life to this child. I'll reset my cursed life and wait for when I'm reunited with Elliot on the other side. Wait a minute. Wait, Alice. I've never heard any of that. Who told you all this? Mother herself. Mother herself? What? You can't be serious. You were just a baby when Mother died. I'm a genius, so I understood language when I was just a year old. Even Mother never imagined her baby could understand her as she confessed all this. It spilled out like accumulated pus. Moving on. Mother gave birth to me, even at great harm to her own body. I looked just like her, and she loved me dearly. And of course, I love Mother, too. She risked her own life to bring me into this world, after all. The truth is, after my birth, her health started to improve bit by bit, but there was a tragedy just ahead. When the news came that her true love, Elliot, had been killed. The biggest shock of all was that Elliot was married and had a child. Like, what did she expect? That Elliot was just going to be twiddling his thumbs? Like, what the fuck did she want? The shock caused Mother to stop eating. Her condition worsened and set her on the path to death. Consumed by anguish and frustration, she spoke to me as I slept. Alice, take revenge for me. on this rotten variety family which separated me from Elliot, and on everyone left behind by Elliot who betrayed me. Dude, I don't know if those words were the ramblings of a lunatic or if they were her true will and testament. But the Chimera's tear that fell on my cheek when then was a tear of vengeance. Ever since that day, I've stood alongside misshapen monsters, and I swore I'd live out Mother's life for her and carry out her vengeance. Your mother's vengeance? Wait, are you the girl in the blue dress who showed up in a bookstore in England when I was 5? I'll exact my... Oh, what the fuck? I'll exact my mother's vengeance on you someday. I just connected... So they met when he was 5? What the hell? I just connected it. It's been that long? You've been after Ron this whole time? Yep, I've been watching you forever. I got worried that when Milo tried to get ahead of me, though. When you wiped out the Moriarty family that our ancestors built up and Milo inherited, that was to avenge Mother? Yep, and this is the main revenge. You're the guest of honor in this game, Ron. But dude, what the hell? Like... But where's Elliot? Like, what about Elliot in all this? What about him? Like, what? Did his mother... I know there's like a lot of hormones from postpartum on top of an illness that is probably responsible for her thinking like this. But it's like, what about Elliot? Well, there is another person here. Did he feel the same way for her or not? Because if he did not feel the same way for... Because Alice said that her mom did not confess to her, or confess to him. Hold on, let me go back up here real quick. What it said here... Where is it? It says here... let's start here. At the time, Elliot was considered the most suitable of the Moriarty siblings to become the family successor. Mother had no idea he was part of a crime organization and fell head over heels for him. But just before she could confess her feelings, our father, Dario, used some dark methods to deceive her and force her into marriage. Mofo! Elliot had no idea that either Elliot probably could have been deaf as fuck too, which is a possibility. But either that, it's like, dude, Elliot had no idea. It says here that before she could confess her feelings to Elliot, this happened. So yeah, she had no idea that she felt that way. None. And if Elliot is as smart and cunning as we've seen him, then he would have figured it out and he would have done something. So something is not adding up here, woman. Methinks that I don't think Elliot ever felt... Either Elliot never felt that way about her, or Elliot is dense as fuck, or Elliot was already with Ron's mama. Like, something is amiss here. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. Let's see. Before the game started, you said the time is right. What do you mean, Alice? Was that connected to your vengeance too? Of course, as Ron said, everything has been scrupulously prepared to head towards a determined outcome. It's taken me a long time to finish preparing for the final stage. The final stage? The first thing needed to fulfill that is to tell Ron about the question marks on his tag. What is it? The question marks are for your father, Elliot. Your objective is to find who really killed your father! What? The time has come to face his dead father. We're gonna find out who killed Elliot? Yes! Alright, this chapter 162 is titled The Case of the Time Island Serial Murders Part 11. The ones left behind can only pray their friends are safe. Meanwhile, in England, sounds like they discovered the plane that Ron and the others left Japan in. Let's see. We can't have you eavesdropping, Spitzon. I told you I'd make a report, didn't I? Kay! Spitz, I missed you. You're one of Blue's instructors, so please don't stick your nose into the Detective Alliance's investigation. I know, but I just want to know more, even if it's only an hour or just a second sooner. Has there been any progress? It's just as you overheard. We've just found their abandoned plane. Finn Sensei saw it, and according to her deductions... What? She believes Ron-senpai and the others were purposely taken from the plane to another location, and given the scope of this disappearance case, it's likely the work of the M family. The M family? Then, yes. Aichi Prefectural Police, so Ron Kamonohashi has begun his final game with Alice Moriarty? Yeah, but we still don't know why Amamiya-san got caught up in this, Kawasami-san. I see, so we can only pray and wait. Form Mofu-kun and Chikori-kun. Okay, so there's still, speaking of Mofu, okay, so there's still hope that the three of them are alive. Meanwhile, at Line Weekly, there's still hope. What'd you say? This person designated by the question marks on your tag is your dead father? Yeah, apparently my role in this game is to play detective and figure out who killed my father 12 years ago. I might need you to help me out, too, Amamiya-kun. Please let me explain my past to you, huh? Okay. Here we go. My mother is descended from the Holmes detective family, and my father is from the villainous M family. Huh? The M family? So then you knew Alice and the others? But Ron only learned about his Moriarty heritage recently, and he's never been involved in a crime. That's right, Kama-san is a confectioner. Oh my god, she's fucking stupid. Of course I'll help you. Do you have any idea who might have gone after your father? Thanks. When I was young, I happened to look through a cracked open door and witnessed two men shoot my father. But I don't think they're the ones Alice wants me to find, huh? That means there was another perpetrator? I certainly can't deny the possibility. Perhaps she means whoever gave the order for his murder. That would mean the culprit was the head of the Moriarty family back then. That's not it. My father, Dario, is definitely dead. Then who? Do you know of any possibilities, Winner? I've heard that Elliot was shot by two of our assassins per my father's orders, but those assassins are also already dead. Huh? Then who? Ron is trembling. Every time his past or birth has come up, he's gotten really timid. There was the time at the observatory when he thought he caught another murder, caused another murder like the bloody field trip, and at the Amarage when he learned his father was from the Moriarty family. Making deductions was the last thing on his mind in those moments. That's why I'm here. See, this is why you're going to be joining Ron's detective agency. I'll support Ron and help him unleash his brilliant powers of deduction as Ron Kamonohashi's partner. Are you okay, Ron? What do you mean? It must be painful to have your late father brought up again. Oh, you're worried about me, huh? Thanks, I'm fine, Toto. After overcoming many challenges, I'm ready to face my past. I'm not like I used to be. Huh? Oh, okay. But even so, I have no idea what Alice is thinking. I don't know what, again, in regards to her mama, it's like, dude, that's some postpartum hormones talking. Her mama was delusional as fuck. Like, I just want to know what the fuck was going on through Elliot's head and what was happening from Elliot's perspective during this entire time. Because I don't even think he remembered her or something. Something very sus was going on. And like, even leading up, I want to know what happened leading up to Elliot's killing. Like, just something is missing. How could making me find my father's true killer be vengeance? Good point. She said it was the first step to fulfilling her vengeance. Yeah, I feel like she was looking at something even farther away. If you say so, that might be. I never realized it, though. Winner, what will you do now? I'm going to think on my own about what I should and shouldn't do to Alice right now. I see. We're going to discover the real culprit behind the death of Ron's father. Yeah, first, let's investigate everyone on this island. Don't end up dead, Amamiya. What? Leave me alone! Dude! I think Amamiya is questioning her sexuality. Hiya, what are you doing? Oh, Kamonohashi-san. This is the gorgeous church's exorcism ritual. You've been carrying this huge rope around? We just found it over near the clock chairs. There's something you wish to ask, is there not? Go ahead. How'd you know? Was that a prediction? All has been foretold by God. Your sharpness never fails to amaze me. I don't believe in predictions anyway. Insolent fool! Gorgeous-sama's predictions are genuine. It's okay, Maru. No, it isn't. Gorgeous-sama has even predicted what dreams I would have. Huh? That's enough, Zapata. That's amazing, Gorgeous-kun. Alice said she brought you here because of some financial problem. But I finally realized she's truly afraid of your influence on people. Ooh, enough prattle. What do you wish to know? Ooh, he got you there. This might be sudden, but what were all of you doing 12 years ago and where? 12 years ago, I was still in high school. I was trying to find a job. Let me change the question. Do you know a man named Elliot? No, I do not. I believe you, and even if you knew, I bet it would be hard to make you confess. Thanks. By the way, does the Gorgeous Church forgive criminals? That would be necessary if your role was murder. No, the Gorgeous Creed does not forgive murderers, but I will obey my divine revelation and confide in you that the role I was given in this game was that of a murderer. Another murderer? Even you, Gorgeous-san? Then you have no shot at victory and you won't be able to win your island prize. No need to worry. It is not but God who will lead the way to victory. If God desires this island, then a sacrifice will naturally be offered up and all will be fulfilled. A sacrifice? The other day when you said the three of us wouldn't leave the island, was that connected to the sacrifice? Wait. Tomorrow another will be dead. Ooh, damn. Dude, I wonder who it's going to be. Eek, that's terrible. Is that a prediction? Now go. I have no more to say. Okay, let's go. Beware, Gorgeous-san's predictions are absolutely accurate. Maru-san, thank you for answering our questions. The next day, Gorgeous' ominous prediction really did come true. But in a way that shocked even Gorgeous herself. Why? Hang in there. Live, you must live. No, Maru! Not Maru! Did her precious disciple die as an offering, or... Oh my god, not Maru! Alright, 163, let's go. Which is titled The Case of the Time Island Serial Murders Part 12. Maru-san! The ominous prediction proves correct. No way, Gorgeous' prediction was right. So 30 minutes earlier, this rain isn't letting up, huh? Maybe we shouldn't go to the island today. Is Maru here? Gorgeous-san, we haven't seen him since last night. We got worried and spent the morning searching the island, but we still haven't found him. Did you go to Maru-kan's room? Yes, but the door was locked. Could he be the victim mentioned in my prediction? Let's go check out his room. This is Maru's room. I'll open it. It's a special lock, but I could pick it. Maru! No! How did this happen? Killing was supposed to be off limits in the cottages. Whoever did this ignored the rules. It was a murder with no victor. Unforgivable. Let's examine him. I estimate the time of death to be early dawn. It appears he died after being struck on the head with something. He's not carrying anything. There's hardly any blood in the room, and no sign of a possible murder weapon. And above all, what are these plants scattered around him? Gorgeous-kun, do these plants around Maru-kan have any meaning in the Gorgeous Creed? No, they do not. And why are you lying next to Maru? I'm conversing with his corpse. I love you, Ron. That isn't a mysterious power to use for one who doubted my predictions. There's nothing mysterious about it. Unlike your god, it doesn't give me convenient answers. Ron, why? Why are you amazing? What I know right now is it's just that this is getting more and more improbable. There's almost no blood, and these plants are here, but the room was locked. In other words, it's a locked room murder. Did Mr. Maru have any unusual aspects? Not especially. He was somewhat excitable. Come to think of it, I spoke with Maru-san last night. Oh, you did? It was on our way back to the cottages after we asked everyone about 12 years ago. Ron, you said you felt like the clock there had moved, so you wanted to investigate, right? Oh, that! It turned out the clock hadn't moved, but you wanted to use the bathroom, so you went back first, right, Toto? Yeah, when I got back, Maru-san was just leaving the cottage. Welcome back, Ishiki-san. Well, will you convert to the Gorgeous Church? I'm good. But Kamonohashi-san seemed interested. I don't know about that. Well, I need the bathroom. If he wants to join, please tell him to come to the fire clock ruins tonight. He'll reach the truth if he becomes a Gorgeous disciple. Make sure you tell him. Right. But that was the last I saw him. I was in a hurry and I knew there was no way Ron would convert, so I'd forgotten all about it until now. That's strange. The fire clock has nothing to do with the Gorgeous conversion. Huh? Maybe there's some sort of clue at the fire clock. Let's go check. Here we go. What? You're alive, Kamonohashi? Huh? Wait, what do you mean, Garcia-kun? Just look, your doll was on the ground all busted up, so I got worried. This is your doll, Ron. The head was smashed up. Well, it's the same as how Maru-san died. But why was this done to Ron's doll? I'm glad to see you're okay, Kamonohashi-kun. We were worried. I'm thrilled you're well. If one of you was a murderer trying to kill me, I imagine you'd be happy you didn't miss your chance. What are you saying, Kamonohashi-kun? Yeah, you're being too suspicious. Don't be such a grump. Well, whatever. I'll think about your reactions later. More importantly, someone else has been murdered. Maru-kun was killed. We found him in his cottage. What? That young man? In his cottage? But killing is forbidden there, isn't it? We think it was a murder that has nothing to do with winning the game. At this rate, nobody will be alive for the end of the game. I see. I figured out how Marukan died. He was killed here at the fire clock. Marukan was killed using the fire clock's mechanisms. Wait, what mechanism? A fire clock is a tool that tells time based on how much of a material is burned. With this clock, you can tell the time as the rope gradually burns and the steel balls hanging from it fall off. The culprit knocked out Marukan and placed him under the clock. Then once the lit rope burned enough, a steel ball fell onto his head and killed him. Then the culprit created an alibi for themselves, making this an impossible crime. So Maru really did die here. This gives us the three mysteries regarding Marukan's death. First, how was Marukan's body moved from the fire clock to his cottage? Second, how was the cottage locked? And third, why were those plants scattered around his corpse? As far as the third one goes, they could have been there as an offering. Death and flowers are a common motif in art. It's the end. Gorgeous-san? Since Maru died, the wind hasn't ceased. I see countless horrible futures. This is not about the game. This island will be annihilated. All will end when the curse brings about a massive calamity. Don't scare us like that. She's exhausted, but it makes some sense. Murders that deviated from the game's rules and all of them impossible crimes. Just what is going on? And what is the true objective Alice is showing me? This is the most baffling situation I've ever encountered. I can't think of an explanation beyond it being the work of a god or demon. Again, I cannot help but think of Kyo in this situation. But the culprit is someone here. Even if you are a god or demon, I'll outwit you with the human weapon of solving mysteries. So prepare yourself and wait. Ooh, here we go. Ron is not fucking around anymore. Dude, I love this line, though. This is great. Where's Amamiya-kun? She said she needed a nap, so I walked her back to her room. Gotcha, today was a hard day, huh? Today I'm going to make a stew using your mom's recipe. I'll take some to Amamiya-senpai later. Do you remember how to make it? I took a photo of the recipe. Nice going, Toto. To be honest, it was when Alice brought up your father that I remembered he liked the stew. I figured that's what I figured that was it. Plus, maybe this is inconsiderate, but when I saw the plants around Mamoru-san's body, I remembered the serial murders at the Abarrage. I mean, that case was connected to your father too, right? So I think I associated it with that. Wait, now that I think about it, if you find whoever killed your father, you'll have solved all the mysteries from the past that are constraining you. Yeah, that's true, though I doubt it'll change anything. Don't say that. Whenever you've faced and overcome your horrible past, you've always come back to where you belong. Aww, what are you muttering about? If we make it back safely, you won't need my support any... That's tough. Oh, no, did you cook the veggies like the recipe said to? Ah, dang it. Kawasemi-san made that same mistake. These really are hard. I doubt I could be a raw vegan like Gorgeous Cut and the others. It can't be. What's up? You really are a pure idiot. That's wonderful, Toto. What the heck? All right, here we go. So the next morning, a letter? It's Ron's writing. I figured out the culprit. I've gotten to settle things. Stupid keyboard. It's finally time. Will Alice get the outcome she's hoped for? And what is the answer Ron found? All right, let's get to 164. The three teamed up due to mutual benefit, but to what end? And 164 is titled The Case of the Time Island Serial Murders Part 13. World Detective Alliance HQ. Well, Kay, any update on Ron, Kun, and the others? Fucking A, shut up, keyboard. Computer wants to be an asshole today. And the others' whereabouts? There hasn't been any progress. Please stop coming. Please stop coming by here on your way home to ask. Well, my friends in Japan have been asking me every day, just like during the Abarrage incident. I wish someone would just tell me where they are. Someone told you the coordinates of their whereabouts back then, isn't that right? Well, yeah, so we managed to save them just in time, although our investigation later never managed to determine the transmission source. I wonder who could have done it. Morsan, you have an emergency visitor. I'll decide what's an emergency. I'll decide what's an emergency. Don't just go in there. It's been a while. I'm an M family messenger. Night? What? What's he doing here? What are you thinking, Ron? What are you thinking, Ron? But what is Night doing here? Does this mean you could do this on your own now? Why didn't you tell me sooner, you idiot? Well, you do if something happens to Kama-sama. I figured he wanted to do this alone. Huh? Aren't you his bodyguard? That's right. Okay, I will go. I'm going too. No, please stay here, Senpai. Ron might come back. Please come if I'm not back within 3 hours. I'll check the clock chairs, water clock, and gallows in that order. All right, see you. This is the clock Ron investigated. Huh? The marks have moved. At the clock chairs. Dang, this rain is getting worse. This is Gojasa-san's doll. This cord around its neck. Zapta-san's doll is crushed, and Zion-san's doll is stabbed with a branch. With all the murders so far, the victims' dolls have been destroyed in the same way as the murder. Could this mean... I'll go check out the gallows for now. The gallows is to the right of this black stain. Huh? This is the water clock. I got mixed up. What is this sheet? It has ash or something on it. I can't just stand around here. What? Gojasa-san! No way! Gorgeous! No! How awful! How'd she get up there? I'm climbing up now. No footholds. Oh no! Ouch! I swear I'll come for you later. Please just wait. The fire clock is knocked over. No way! Zapata-san! It can't be! She's cold. They've been murdered just like the dolls again. Zion-san too? Sorry, Zapata-san. I'll be back later. Where's Zion-san? Please let me make it in time. Wasn't me. Well, it wasn't me either. What would I have to gain from this? Shiki, what happened to your leg? Amamiya-san, Amamiya-senpai, I just sprained it. More importantly, why are they arguing? I don't know. I just left my room. They did it. What do you mean? Cece and I stopped by Granny Zion's room, but there was blood running out from under the door. What'd you say? The chain is across the door, but if you look through the gap, you could see. Zion-san! She's stone dead. What? No way. Even Zion-san. What do you mean even? I went around the island, and I also found Gojasa-san, aka Gorgeous-san, and Zapata-san. What? For real? And at the clock chairs, their dolls gave hints to their death. Don't give me that. I bet you guys killed them. What? We had the same objective as Granny Zion. You're the only ones who'd benefit from her death. It's not like that. Half of the 12 are dead now. This is bad. He's so worked up. He's losing control of himself. We're all going to die anyway. Will Toto and Amamiya escape the deep shadow of death? All right, well, let's get to the final chapter of this live reaction here. Is the culprit one of the 3 survivors? So basically, the final chapter of this is, this live reaction is the case of the Time Island serial murders part 14. So we got the cleaner, Chaka Garcia. Obviously, there's Winter that's still alive. And then there's Caesar that's alive. The rest of them are gone. I bet you guys killed everyone. I don't give a damn about the rules. I'll kill you before you kill me. Calm down, Garcia. We're not the culprits. Then explain what's going on. Why do all these impossible crimes unrelated to the game keep happening? I'll explain. But first, let me say that the impossible crimes that have happened are all related to the game. Ron, Kamo-sama, you're safe. My investigation ran longer than I expected. It took a long time to unravel these mysteries. Are you telling us that you solved the mysteries of these murders? Yeah, the mysteries are all clear as day, and I've arrived at a single culprit. What? Who is it? I'll tell you when you put down the knife. Come with me. So we're at the water clock. Okay. This was the site of the first murder. H-kun's corpse was found inside the water clock. Amamiya-kun, do you remember the cause of death? He drowned. The water clock fills up with water, and H-kun's body was wet, so it was only natural to think so. But his true cause of death wasn't drowning. The culprit used these. A sheet and charcoal? Right, the sheet was on the ground. That makes sense, because that explains why their charcoal supply was really low. Right, the sheet was on the ground near the ruins, and the charcoal was left behind at the barbecue area. Oh, I saw that sheet too. This was the method. The culprit burned the charcoal inside the water clock and filled it with carbon monoxide. That's why there was so little charcoal at the barbecue. After that, they laid the sheet over the hole to conceal it, and then stole H-kun's glasses and lured him into the pitfall since he couldn't see well in the dark. Then, once H-kun had died from the carbon monoxide poisoning, the culprit poured water on him to make it look like a drowning. That makes no sense. I've seen all sorts of corpses and bodies that die from carbon monoxide poisoning look flushed. Right, and their lips turn a vivid crimson. That's why the culprit drew on H-kun's face with the charcoal to hide the cause of death, which is very smart. So that's why. Then it wasn't a curse. To pull off this trick, the culprit had to leave the cottages earlier than anyone else before the body was discovered. When I was keeping watch at the cottages earlier that morning, the first one I saw was you, Caesar-kun. Ooh, huh? So the culprit is Grandpa Caesar? But if all the murders were by him, then what about the second one? When Hamid was killed at the clock chairs, Caesar went back to the cottages with Garcia and Reiko. That's right. Plus, when the murder happened, we were all blindfolded, but we never sensed another person there. Oh, it'll be easiest to explain that mystery if we go there. At the clock chairs. Ow! Knock it off! I'm innocent. Let me go. This is just to be safe. Now explain, Kamonohashi. Right. Have you, any of you noticed the big change to this place, which marks, indicates the path to the cottages, Toto? The symbols, the snake symbol and the black spot on the ground and the black chair, huh? The black chair isn't in front of the snake symbol, and the black chair is over there, but it's by the bird symbol. What the heck? The black chair and square marks are in different places. What's going on? Could it be that the ground is moving? Yeah, we thought this was just a sundial. The clock chairs tell time by the rotation of the round platform. It's a mechanical clock. That's why earlier when I tried to go to the gallows, I ended up taking the path to the water clock ruins. On top of that, the movement of the clock chairs is linked to the clock near the cottages. By turning the hand on that clock, the clock chairs platform rotates to give the same time. Huh? This island's ruins had a mechanism like that? It seems Garcia-kun and Caesar-kun both caught on to that. So what? It ain't connected to the murders? Oh, yes it is! Let's see. Hamid-kun was murdered using these ruins and this rope. I prepared this model to help explain. Think of it... Oh, I see what they did. That was sneaky. Think of this string as the rope, the circle as the floor, and the pegs as the chairs, and the black peg as the chair Hamid was sitting in. The rope was already woven through the chairs, and both ends were tied to trees. The culprit had to sit in chairs they'd chosen in advance and then blindfolded us. Finally, the culprit went to the control panel clock near the cottages by rotating it. This mechanical clock moved in tandem, causing the platform our chairs were on to rotate. Now, pay attention to the rope. As the platform rotates, the rope's chair position changes too. The rope is pulling on Hamid-san. Eventually, the rope in front of Hamid-kun's neck was tight enough, so we didn't sense anyone there because it was a remote murder. That's sneaky. But what about the rope? It wasn't there when we took off our blindfolds because the first person who came back to retrieve it, retrieved it. Whose voice did you hear first? Back then, I think it was, what in the world happened? It was Caesar-san! What's this about, Caesar? It makes sense you wouldn't understand, Garcia-kun. You teamed up with Caesar-kun and Zion-kun and planned to use the clock chairs to strangle someone to death. But your target wasn't Hamid-kun, it was me. What? That's why when Zion-kun saw Hamid-kun's corpse, what's going on? We didn't plan for this. She said that. Damn, well, we had no choice but to follow the rules. But now I've got questions. Why did you betray us, Caesar? We could have won the game. Well, isn't it obvious? To kill as many of you as I could. Well, duh! Yo, Gus, stop it, Gramps. Shut up, I'm not taking orders from you. Is it safe to assume you're acknowledging you killed those two, Caesar-kun? If not, I could go ahead and reveal how Mother-kun was killed too. No, that's enough. You could pin all the murders on me. Yeah, Mother died with such a shocked look on his face. So did Gajazu and Zapata and Zion. They all expired with their mouths hanging open like they couldn't believe I was the killer. He took credit for all the murders. Are you saying you killed him just because you wanted to? Yeah, unlike all of you, I'm in the endgame of my life. I only have a little more time to be bad. I'm gonna die anyway, so I might as well take others with me. I mean, I totally understand what he's thinking. He's like, dude, fuck it. If I'm gonna die anyway, why the fuck not? I got nothing to lose. This guy's got a screw loose. I mean, no shit, he got a screw loose. But two, he's fucking old. This is like a lot. This is like his last hurrah. That just leaves all of you. Stab. Ooh, stab yourself. Ooh, stab yourself. Those who make light of others' lives have no right to exist in this world. Huh? That line is, stab myself. No! Don't! God! He did it. No way, I can't believe it. Game, set. No! Is this the ending Alice planned for? But we didn't know, though, if Caesar, because remember, the whole thing was Ron was trying to find the person that killed his father. Was Caesar the one who did it? Hold on. Was Caesar the one who killed Elliot? Or behind Elliot's death? We better get the answer to this, but shit, this is wild! I'm just more curious, and I've got a feeling Mama's gonna probably help with this. With Mama Holmes is probably gonna be the one to help with this in particular. Is to find out what the hell happened on Elliot's side of this story. Because based on what Alice, as I said earlier, based on what Alice said, like, her mom didn't even confess her feelings to Elliot, and she's like, I wonder why Elliot didn't save me. Motherfucker, Elliot didn't know you loved him! And yes, and when it comes to love, Ron and Elliot, and it seems like Elliot's like this too, if Ron's any indication, they're dense as fuck when it comes to that kind of shit. You gotta be straightforward. You do. And hell, like, there's also some, but there's not only that, if there was some, like, really sneaky shit happening, that, it was manipulative and all that, and Elliot saw through it and all that shit, like, my mind is thinking, okay, Elliot could have done something, sure. Did Elliot try to do something? That's something we don't know. We don't know if Elliot tried to do... We don't know if Elliot was in love with her, and we don't know if Elliot even tried to do something. And that's the thing that goes through my mind, is did Elliot know that she was in love with him? And did Elliot know about what Dario was trying to do? And if he did he even try to do anything? That's the things that we need to, questions that we need answered here. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. Like, this is very Kyo-esque. A lot of the fuckery that's happening is very Kyo-esque. And I really hate, oh my god, I'm so mad at the love matching game, because it should be more disturbing than it is. And I'm going to say this, I'm kind of mad at this too. I really even though the deaths that we got here, like how the deaths have been happening are good. You know what? I'm going to say the deaths are actually pretty decent here. I will give you that. I would like it to be a little bit more fucked up, but I'm just a sadist like that. That's a nitpick. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Ron content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, find us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.